Hey everybody! In that video I will explain you three methods you can use to boost your relevancy for your backlinks, especially for the guest posts because you have the control on the titles and the content. So there is two free methods and you have one paid method. Uh, the two frees works well, uh, but personally I admit that I use more the paid option because it's using the Google NLP data, and from my opinion is the best way to boost the relevancy and make change to your keywords terms in your title. I will explain you a bit later. So let's start with the first three methods. So it's pretty simple. Let's say that you want to rank for best dog foods, all right? So you have the top 10s that are ranked there, and you have a section which is called people also has. Okay. Now, uh, first is the first method, but I just want to notice you to be a bit careful using people also has as guest post title. It works well, but with moderation. If you build a lot of links to a page using how the people also has question as guest post title, is definitely a footprint. So if you gonna use it, I will really suggest you to limit you maybe for one or two guest posts maximum using that. So you want to rank for the best dog foods, you make a quick search on Google and you drop down until you see people also ask section. Some keywords you will not have the people also ask questions, so it will only works if your keywords have sections for that. So it's pretty simple. You just have to find something that is relevant to what you want to rank. So the query is baked dog foods. So you could use what is the best dog food recommended by vets as guest post title. That will be really relevant to your query because the question is in the Google Data Center in the people also has database. So if people ask for that, it's because it's really relevant to your query. So that's the first first method. It works really well, but like I said, be really careful. If you're gonna to build 10 links to your page and using all people also has question as guest post title, it's a huge footprint. So please don't do that. Okay, so the next step is a bit clever. So you just have to look at a few the most relevant target URL for your query. So ideally you will have the main keyword in the URL, and what you have to do is to just again continue blah blah. You go to a page for your query. You take any website that rank ideally in the top 5 or top 10 of for the query, and you scroll down until you see the headings, so the H2. So every headings are a guest post title opportunity. Okay, believe it about it. If think about it, if Google ranked that website in the top 10 for the query best dog food, it's because all the eatings and the content from those sites are really relevant to the query best dog food. So it makes sense that you can reuse the headings as guest post title. You can also slightly change them. So instead to use how to shop for the best dog for food, sorry, best food for dogs, you could just change it to like how to shop for the best food for your dogs. So just make it a bit different. So it's all the eatings are opportunities for guest post title. So here you could probably make like 5 tips of dog food to consider. Uh, Even H3 cool works also. Personally, I try to focus on H2, but if you think that it could be a good option, you can also do it. So like this, dry dog food versus wet or canned dog food could be also a great guest post title, and it's really relevant to the best dog food. So that will be really easy to write a piece of content using that guest post title and point it to your page, and that will be an amazing backlinks in terms of relevancy. Okay, so you do that. You just take the top ranked site. You look at their eatings and you take inspiration from the eatings. Okay, so those 2 tricks are completely free, and they are great to boost the relevancy of your keywords. All right. The third method is uh, is a bit not more complex, but what I mean is you need a paid service to get it, uh, or it's it's the data from Google NLP. So you could probably spend a few $100s to pay a developer to build a script that could do it automatically for you. Uh, but for my one purpose, I use Page Optimizer Pro. It's the Google Entities section is currently in beta, but it works really well. But you need the agency pack to have access to the Google Entities sections. So Google Entities are important keyword or phrase that Google consider for that query. So all those are relevant terms for the query best dog foods. So the main problem when you build backlinks are that most of the people are always use the same keywords over and over. So the keywords dog foods will come back and back and back and back, and it's not a good thing. You really need to have diversity in your keywords, uh, otherwise it's not natural. Okay, so uh, what I like from the entities is that they provide a lot of terms that you could use for your guest post title. So let's have a quick look. Okay, so you can put your one website there and the main query, and select the most relevant competitors for the top 10 for the query. But for the video, I just use any site that I have found in Google. But you, you know how you just have to put your website there. So uh, so we know dog food are 2 main terms, so it's normal that they come they are the most prominent. But here is what is interesting is the new keywords that we can use as inspiration for our guest post title. So we have ingredients, options, protein, brands, formula, research, quality, pet. There's a lot of stuff there that you can use. Grain, uh, puppy, choice. All those keywords are really relevant to the query uh, best dog food. So it's important that you use them first in your content, of course, but also in your guest post title. It's not important that you use the entities in the content of the guest post title. It's really Google doesn't not goes that far for matching relevancy between the backlinks and your content. It's really focused on the terms that he found in the title and in the URL of the backlinks. That's it. Okay. So just take the the entities that you believe are really relevant to your query, like nutrition, as it's also a really great one. Uh, so you take those that you believe are good, and you create amazing titles using those entities, and it will really help to boost the relevancy of your backlinks that point to your page. And believe me, you will see really a better results in your ranking using entities in your guest post titles, instead to just focus on the generic main term, which is dog and food. All right, so use any of those three methods and you will be really in the business, and you should see really good results from your link building campaigns. All right, cheers guys.